Hello everyone, it's yours, your friend, your boy, JetBlack the one only, here with another exciting live stream. And in this video, I'm going to be talking about June 12th and June 13th, 2019. Today is June 14th, 2019. Today is that. I already said what today was. The time is midnight 01 or 12:01 a.m. We're streaming from Huntsville, Alabama, which we always are. I'm going to be talking about my day on June 12th and June 13th. I'm also going to be talking to you guys in the live chat. Feel free to tell me how your day is going today. If you have any questions for your boy, if you have any discussion topics you'd like to talk about on the stream, and if you'd like to introduce a new original character for us to do what if battles. So if you guys want to do a who would win in a fight discussion, feel free to make up your own original character, provide their name, a one sentence general description of their powers, and a one sentence general description of their weakness, as well as like a quick one sentence description of their appearance. I'll include these characters in future books that I write, and we can discuss who would win in a fight between these different characters, discussing their different powers and weaknesses. If you'd like to know more about what I'm talking about in particular, I actually dropped a video about it the other day. It's called Who Would Win OC Battle Announcement Video. So definitely make sure to check that out. Yo, Kevin, welcome to the stream. It's good to have you. How's your day today? Do you have any questions for your boy? And do you have any discussion topics you'd like to talk about on the stream? It's good to have you. I'm about to get the live chat up. That way I'll be able to see what you all are saying in the live chat. On June 12th, 2019, I mainly hung out with your boy Aiden. We played literally whatever, and we did that for like hours. It was what Aiden wanted to do. Not to say that I didn't want to play literally whatever. It's just a thing where I like to have hangouts that are more diverse, and I like to spend maybe like an hour doing like a role playing game, but I don't like spending like more than that really on a role playing game. But I was the dungeon master for literally whatever they call it, a beacon. So I was like the game master, and it's Aiden's game that he made up. So it was interesting running somebody else's game. We had like a pretty good time, but I would have preferred if we had also had time to like hang out and like talk and like watch Hunter x Hunter or something like that. But we played literally whatever, and then we went to his lab. There was a laser that they were just gonna throw away, and they're like, if you don't like come here and dismantle this laser and take the parts that you want, then we're just gonna throw it away. But if you do dismantle the laser and take the parts that you want, you have to throw away whatever you don't want. So me and Aiden got to UAH maybe at like 8 p.m. or something like that. Maybe it was closer to like 9, but we didn't really dip until like after 1 a.m. We were there for hours where Aiden was just like tearing apart this laser, getting all the different pieces off of it. Um, he now has a transistor that's like 300 something pounds, like a ridiculously heavy piece of equipment. And we had to carry that together like to his car. It was definitely a challenge. We had like a rolly thing to like carry it, but we had to lift it up to get it onto the rolly thing. And then once we got the rolly thing to his car, we then put it inside of a bin, which was difficult. And then we picked up the bin and we put the bin in his car. But it was a lot of work. Um, I talked to Aiden and he was like, "Yeah, you're right. We did more or less just do what I wanted to do, and then I had you come and help me with manual labor." He's like, "I'll make it up to you. We can like hang out for a bit and like get shakes afterwards." So we were gonna go to Sonic, and when we went to Sonic, they were like, "Hey, we closed like 30 minutes ago." And then I'm like, "Well, maybe we could do Checkers." And then like Checkers was closed. And then Aiden's like, "I'm gonna get something at McDonald's." And then we get to McDonald's, and they're like, "The ice cream machine's broken." And Aiden gets some food, and then he's like, "You know what? I'll drive you to Cookout." And then he's getting ready to like drive to Cookout, and the GPS is like, "Yo, they're about to close in like less than 10 minutes." And I'm like, "Cool." So just no shakes. So it mainly was just hanging out with Aiden, playing the game that he made, that he wanted to play, and then helping him with manual labor, and that was about it. Still, like, not a bad time. I just would have preferred to have like done more things. Ryan said hi. Yo, Ryan, welcome to the stream. It's good to have you. Happy birthday! In case you guys didn't know, today is Ryan's birthday. Well, I guess not today, but yesterday, June 13th, 2019, is Ryan's birthday. Yo, Ryan, what did you do for your birthday? I left a voice message. I noticed that your reply was just like, I'm fine. But I mean, like, what did you do? Did you, like, do anything, like, special for your birthday? What's going on? How you doing? It's good to see you. Kevin said, I don't feel that great today. My tooth hurts a lot, and I didn't get that much sleep last night, like less than 5 hours. I'm sorry to hear that, Kevin. I hope that your tooth feels better soon. Do you know why your tooth hurts? Like, is there like a reason? And I hope that you get a good night's rest tonight. I hope that you're able to like catch some good Z's. Kevin said, hi, Ryan. Then Ryan said, was the rolly thing a dolly? The rolly thing, it had four wheels, and it had, I think, three shelves, and it was made of metal, and the each wheel had like a pole connected to it, and the shelves were connected to the poles, and that's how the shelves stayed on. And the whole thing was made of metal, and we used that to move the transistor to his car. Well, we used that to move the transistor outside, and then we then lifted the transistor and put it inside of a bin, and then we lifted the bin and we put it inside of his car. But it was definitely a lot of work. Let's see, Ryan said, hanging out with the crew in the schoolyard. Never knew transistors were so hard. um, so heavy. I mean, shit. Um, when we were doing all the transistor stuff, we were surprised that we ran into a guy that I know. There's a dude who I know. He's like an underclassman, which now that I think about it, that makes sense because he was there. Yeah, there's a guy that I know. He's an underclassman. I'm horrible with names, but he's like a really chipper dude. Even when we saw him, he was like smiling and happy, and he was just like, "Yo, what are you guys doing here? I didn't expect to see anybody else here." And we were like, "We're dismantling a laser. Like, what are you doing here?" And his reaction was like, "The Space Hardware Club is getting ready to go to Texas at like 4 a.m." And it was like 1 a.m. when we like saw him. So he was there, I guess 3 hours early for them to go to Texas. And I was like, "Oh." I just didn't expect that. Oh, you said never knew moving transistors was so hard. So you actually had moving in there. Hey, that's not bad. Hanging out with the crew in the schoolyard. Never knew moving transistors was so hard. Yeah, that's true. Back in class, they never taught us this. Anyways, Kevin said, "Happy late birthday, Ryan." Yo, Ryan, what did you do for your birthday? I definitely would love to hear it. Um, on June 13th, 2019. I wake up pretty late because I stayed up really late helping out Aiden with the transistor stuff. So I wake up, I exercise, shower, eat. I talk with Beth. We like text back and forth, but me and Beth text every day. So I also texted with Beth the day before. Um, Go over to my grandma's, hang out with grandma and her boyfriend Trevor, and we like talk like on the front porch and on the back porch. She shows off like all her like gardening stuff that she does and like her wind chimes, and we just kind of catch up because it's been a minute since I talked to my grandma. I also talked to my dad on the phone. Of course, I talk to dad when he gets home as well. I talked to my mom on the phone because I got some good news. I got the offer letter, so I finally have an offer letter for the Millennium job. I'm going to be making $61,950 a year, working on consumer and government cybersecurity products. So I'm going to be in a software engineering position. Then after that, I'm going to transition over to like futures come in and do like software assurance, or identify the problems in people's code, and then I give a presentation on like, hey, here are the problems, but here's how you're able to fix it. I feel like it's going to be like pretty dope. I'm glad that I'm finally going to be working. My official start date isn't until July 3rd, so the day before the 4th of July. Um, so I still have a little bit more of a summer break left, but I'm really happy to finally be like moving forward. I've graduated and now I officially like have a job, which means I'm going to be starting working on the emo shape sponsor project a little bit more because now I'm less worried about whether or not I'm going to have a job, and whether or not I'm going to fulfill the scholarship obligation. Now I know for sure I like have the offer. I'm like ready to go. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start working on that emo shape project a little bit more with like artificial intelligence and everything like that. So that's going to be fun. Um, so yeah. Ryan said that he started watching the Umbrella Academy. So my mom watches Umbrella Academy, and Dozer watched Umbrella Academy. Dozer really liked it. Mom seemed to be enjoying it. I'm not sure if I'd like Umbrella Academy or not. I don't think it's necessarily like a bad idea, but from what I can tell, it's more of like a drama kind of thing, but not like Heroes, which was also like a drama kind of thing. I don't know. Um, it seems a little low key for me. I guess I would like something that's a little bit flashier. Legends of Tomorrow is kind of like a flashy ensemble superhero television show. And I feel like not a lot of superhero team television shows are really a thing when you think about it. Like shows where the whole thing is it's like a team of superpowered people. I think I want that to be a little bit more of a flashy experience. And I feel like Umbrella Academy, from the little bit I've seen and heard, just doesn't really feel as flashy as I kind of want it to be. I think it's trying to go for like a subtle thing, um, which I feel like could be hit or miss. Like I don't think it'd be bad, but I just like. Ryan said Michelle and I watched the first two episodes of the Ghost Stories dub. I have seen a little bit of the Ghost Stories dub, just like random clips from it. The dub's crazy, so I imagine you guys had a fun time. What do you guys think of that? I imagine it was probably pretty funny. Kevin said, I think the tooth hurts because the tooth is broken. Ooh, I'm sorry to hear that. He said, like 10 plus years ago, I had to get a fill in because of a cavity. So right now, it looks like my tooth has a giant hole in it. Ooh, you might want to go to the dentist if possible. Kevin then said, did you see Shaman King anime when you were younger? It was one I remember watching a lot. So, if your spirit is strong, you can be the one. Yeah, I've seen a little bit of Shaman King. I've even read a little bit of the Shaman King manga. I watched a lot of Shaman King on YouTube actually, but I don't think I got very far. I know there's a big Shaman King tournament, and I think what I watched up to was like training. Like the main guy was training to go to the tournament. I don't think I actually ever saw the tournament. But I read like some of the manga after I had watched a few of the anime episodes. Shaman King is a really cool concept. I just never got super into it, but I always like wanted to get more into it. Um, Also, Zatch Bell is another anime from around that time that I like enjoy, but again didn't get like super into. I think the part of Zatch Bell that I got to, there's like a female Zatch Bell character who's like a good guy, and she's like forced to like fight Zatch, and it's kind of like a sad episode because she's like, I'm not really a bad person, really, but it's just, we gotta fight because this just how things are, and it's like, no, this is bullshit. I don't want to have to kill you. It was like that kind of thing, but I think that's where I got to in Zatch Bell. Um, but those are two anime from back in the day that I wouldn't mind going back to, but I'm not sure if I would watch them all the way through or if I would end up just getting stuck at a certain part and then like moving on to other things for a variety of reasons, which seems to be what happens with both of those. Ryan said the Umbrella Academy is good so far. Would you recommend it? Like, do you think it'd be something that I'd enjoy? I know that Dozer liked it, um, but I feel like from what Dozer's told me, it's based off of like a comic, and also from what I can tell, I think the comic has like not subtle stuff. Like their powers are things that they use very blatantly in the comics, where I think in the show they're making it like tempered, like they don't do as much as they did in the comic. And I'm like, oh well, I don't want watered down like comic book superheroes. Like I would rather the show go all in, or just read the comic, which is why in part I'm like I feel like it should be flashier. I feel like if it was designed to be subtle, that's one thing. But if it's like a redesign of something that was not meant to be subtle, made subtle, maybe for like a easier TV budget, then I just don't really vibe with that. I would have rather have seen uh, like the craziness of the comic be brought to life on screen. And then Ryan said, I never watched the Shaman King. Shaman King's not bad. Shaman King, Zatch Bell, and Beyblade, I think, are all around like the same, like Jetix time. And they're pretty good. That's actually debatable. Hold on. So I included Beyblade in that list. I don't think Beyblade should be in that list. I think the newer Beyblade shows are good. Old Beyblade, I never really got into. I couldn't really like watch it. It's not that it's like bad or there was anything that was keeping me from watching it. It's just something about old Beyblade I just don't really find that entertaining. But like the newer Beyblade, I feel like is just in the best spot for like generic anime bullshit. And I'm not talking about Beyblade Burst because that is technically the newest Beyblade. I mean the Beyblade Metal stuff like Beyblade Shogun Steel and Beyblade Metal Fury. That stuff is like good generic anime. There's something about it where when I watch it, I'm like, this is very tropey, but it's not bad. And I feel like I could just sit here for hours and just watch it just go. It has like good like training montages and character interactions and rivalries that build up into interesting battles between different types of Bay, and different types of Bay are designed in different ways that have different interesting strategies, and I just kind of fuck with it. Kevin said, I get you, Jet. I tried to get into Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. or whatever, that show was called, and I couldn't get into it. So I have my doubts if I will like Umbrella Academy or not. Also, yeah, I've seen Zatch Bell too. Oh, ballin'. Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., I'm currently watching, like, the season that's happening now. I may be an episode or two behind, but I think I'm caught up. I'm not entirely sure. The reason why I'm watching this season of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. is because in the Spider-Man Far From Home trailer, they've indicated that the next step for the Marvel Cinematic Universe is like multiverse stuff. And then for this season of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., it seems like they're also hinting at multiverse stuff. Maybe the farther the season goes, the less it feels like multiverse stuff and more it may be like reincarnation stuff. Like I don't fully understand the direction they're going in. But I feel like if it does connect to the multiverse stuff that the MCU is trying to do more of, then I'm down and I want to keep watching it. And so far, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. this season is okay. I definitely wouldn't recommend it if you're looking for really flashy, crazy stuff. But there was an episode that I watched recently that had like space gambling on like an alien space station, and it had characters who accidentally were like on drugs trying to like save their friend, and you have like alternate versions of characters who are like evil, and a guy from the future who's trying to be like the new Tony Stark, but he's kind of just ripping off ideas that he knows will eventually be like the future. So he's not actually like a genius. There's like a lot of interesting stuff going on in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. right now where I'm like, it's okay. Not the best thing in the world. If any of the stuff that I just said sounds interesting, you might want to check it out. If none of that sounded interesting, then probably not. Let's see. Kevin said, I just don't recall finishing Shaman King and Zatch Bell. Yeah, neither did I. Like I said, for Shaman King, I remember they were like, there's a big tournament, and whoever wins the tournament will determine who like the Shaman King is. And then the main guy was training alongside like his rival character. So the rival um, and the main dude were just fighting against each other, and they had like a mentor who I think is supposed to be like the main guy's like bride to be or something like that. And she's like their strict teacher who's trying to make sure that they're ready for the Shaman King tournament. And they were like training together, and I thought that was interesting because you could tell they're kind of at each other's throats, but at the same time, they both have like a certain level of respect for each other. Um, and I think that's where, for whatever reason, I like stopped watching, but I thought it was good. Like I think I just got distracted by other things. And then I already mentioned the part of Zatch Bell I got to. They introduce like a love interest for Zatch, but then he ends up having to fight her, and there's a big issue of like, I don't want to kill you, but I feel like I have to because this is just the way things are, and this is wrong. Like it shouldn't be the way things are, and it was just kind of a sad episode. Um, and for whatever reason, I didn't continue forward from there. But yeah, also, did you watch Monster Rancher? Not a lot of people watched Monster Rancher. It's okay. It's not like the craziest thing in the world, but I could never get into Digimon, and Monster Rancher is a very similar thing. It's like a guy. is sucked into like a video game, and inside the video game, like monsters and people like coexist, and he's just going on an adventure like in this monster world. Um, and that's pretty much it. Of course, there's like conflict and a bad guy. They try to imitate a big component of Monster Rancher. So if you're not familiar with it, it's like a PlayStation game. In Monster Rancher, you can put any disc in your PlayStation, like whether or not it's like a CD or like a DVD or something like that, and it generates a unique monster based off of whatever disc you put in. So inside the show, they have these weird discs that exist, but I think they make the disc look almost like ancient, like circular stone tablets, like something like that. And you can then use those to like summon monsters that have been sealed within or whatever. Similar concept, like same kind of shit. Kevin said thoughts on the Iron Giant movie. Kevin said to me it's a classic. Iron Giant isn't bad. It's not like one of my favorite animated movies of all time or anything like that. Um, One of my favorite like throwback animated movies that I really liked was Hoodwinked. I remember I watched Hoodwinked a lot when I was a kid, and it's a thing where my mom would be like, "What movie do you want to watch?" And I would go out of my way to pick Hoodwinked. I'd be like, "Ooh, um, Hoodwinked." Fantastic Mr. Fox is one of my favorite movies of all time. Actually, Hoodwinked is like my childhood favorite that I used to really fuck with. Fantastic Mr. Fox is like my present day favorite animated movie. That's my favorite animated movie. So Fantastic Mr. Fox is definitely number one. Hoodwinked is definitely like big for nostalgia. When Meet the Robinsons first came out, I really vibed with that movie. I remember I like got it on DVD, I watched it, and then once it was over, I pressed play and I just hit it again. Like I watched it like a second time, like in the same sitting. And I don't normally do that. The only other movie I remember doing that with, where like the first time I watched it, I was like, damn, I guess I gotta watch it again, was Watchmen, the director's cut. I did that with that. It was like a 3 hour movie, and it didn't feel like it was 3 hours. And then I was like, shit, that was pretty good. And then like I just hit play and I just let it roll a second time. Um, oh, I was gonna say one more thing about Meet the Robinsons. I still vibe with Meet the Robinsons, but more for the message of the movie, because I feel like I say it a lot to people. Like, keep moving forward, I think, is a really good lesson. Like, don't let life, like, hold you back. Don't get, like, stuck in the past. Just keep, like, trying to achieve your goals and, like, moving forward and being the best person you can be. I just think it's a really good lesson. It's actually, like, the same lesson as, like, Batman Begins, where it's like, why do we fall, Bruce, to get back up? Is that someone like keep moving forward? And I guess also the lesson of Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, where it's like the greatest skill Spider-Man has is that he can always get back up. So it's a very popular message in like movies, but I think Meet the Robinsons does a very good job of putting that message in your face and like making sure that you understand that like this is what the message is. It's very direct. Kevin said, not the best movie of all time, but doesn't have to be great. Talking about the Iron Giant, and that's understandable. The biggest connection I have to the Iron Giant when it comes to like childhood connection to the film, I had an Iron Giant action figure, and I remember it very clearly. And I think I was playing with it like next to a window or something, and it like fell out the window. And it's one of those things where it's like I distinctly remember playing with it, but I have no idea what happened to it after that point. And it's a thing where like that memory is kind of like stuck in my head. So when I think about Iron Giant, I think about that action figure. The only other thing that comes to mind when I think about Iron Giant is that deleted scene where it shows that like Iron Giant was originally sent to Earth more or less to like fuck it up. And the concept is there are a lot more Iron Giants out there. So more likely than not, the Earth just gets fucked in that universe. Like the other Iron Giants just show up and they just riggedy wreck the planet. That's what I could see happening. Like if it was to continue. But those are like the main two Iron Giant things that I think of whenever I think about Iron Giant. Also, I had a Hercules action figure when I was a kid. My main memory of that, I went to like a family member's house that I like don't think I've ever visited again, and I had it. I don't remember what happened to it. I'm just pretty sure I don't have it anymore after that point. So I guess I lost it there. Nani said, "I'm surprised you're streaming. Why?" And then Nani said, "Can you hit the whoa, Nick? Is that the same as hitting the whip?" Then Nani said, "I can't believe the Raptors won the NBA Finals. I don't really know enough about basketball to really comment." Then Nani said, "The Warriors had a good team, an unbeatable team, but they got whipped." Well, it sounds like they weren't unbeatable. Just saying. Mm. Was it a close game? Then Nani said, "Hit the whoa is something else. It's new." He said, "Look it up and do it." Um, I'm not a dance craze guy, so it's probably trash. Ew, ew. The first thing that comes up when you search "hit the whoa" is like a random like teenage girl in a bathroom. So you can tell it's a fucking like fad. Goodness. And then Nani said, yes, like 4 more points. It's an easy dance. What the fuck? Okay. I'm watching videos of people hit the whoa. I actually don't understand it. What? What? So you just, what? Is it just a steering wheel? What? I've seen too many ones that look different from each other. Is it a steering wheel? I don't understand. I've seen some people do a whole bunch of arm movements. I've seen other people just do like one. So I can't tell if hit the whoa is like, or if hitting the whoa is like, what was like. Because I've seen like multiple in this fucking like one video. So I can't tell if you do the steering wheel and you rotate it, or if you like take your arms and you move both. It's inconsistent. Oh, I just saw a guy do both. I just saw one guy do both variations. I don't understand. Um, he said lol. He said do it like you want to fight someone or want to block. What? Why is the but it's a steering wheel. That seems less consistent. If I wanted to fight someone, it would be like I don't under is it supposed to be like a fist? Like you're supposed to be like hitting someone? Because you're like, or you want to block. You want to. So if you wanted to block, it's like I don't. That's interesting. I call that like fusion. I actually like this. This is a cool one. I think I fuck with that more than all these other things that I've seen. Why does everyone get really far away from the camera and then do it? I just saw one guy do this and then he did it. I noticed some people do this afterwards. They do like that, yes. So are you supposed to move your arms around like you're fighting and then turn the steering wheel and then go yes? Like, is that the concept? And then Nani said, that's how it looks to me, lol. And he said, you're probably looking at cringy ones. Nigga, I think this whole thing is cringy. I haven't seen a single one of these that didn't feel cringy. That guy stood up to do it, and then his teacher got in the way of the camera. So then he didn't do it. That person just flung off the camera. It's a whole line of people doing it and then falling on the ground. Mm. In case you guys want to know what me and Nani are currently discussing, it's this. Mm. Oh, Nani, did you see the Who Would Win OC battle video that I did? Also, is there a song that goes with Hit the Whoa? Is there like a. Ooh, that was interesting. Someone did a video where it made it look like they got hit by a car when they hit the wall. What? I just saw a cop try to hit the wall. It looked well, like a martial arts thing, but not like a whole bunch of punching. They just had open hands. The cop just was like, "Ooh," and that was it. That was the whole. That was the whole thing. The dance seems very inconsistent. I feel like not everybody knows what hitting the wall is, so they're just doing stuff. That seems to be the concept. I just saw someone pick up a dog and then make the dog hit the wall, and then she tripped and fell on the floor. That probably was the most interesting one. What the fuck? I just saw a baby do it. The baby actually was the coolest one. Because I'm like, how does the baby know how to do it? And then Nani said, so can you hit it? It just seems really basic. Just seems like you do this, or you do this, or you do this. You can kind of make up what you want because it seems inconsistent. As long as your arms move in a circle and you have fist, then I think you got it. Then I think you hit the wall. Some people I see do this even. Like their arms don't even fully twist. They just like, and they're like, I hit it, I guess. It's really weird. I like it when they finish it with the this. If you don't do the arm pull, then I feel like it's harder to tell that like you hit the wall. So I think this is more of a thing. Still think it's shitty. I still have yet to see somebody hit the wall and it look cool. I don't even know what like music, like what song you hit the wall to. I imagine you do it when the beat hits. But that's all I could guess on that. Also, Nani, how's your day today? Do you have any questions for your boy? And do you have any discussion topics you like to talk about on the stream? Clearly, you're talking about hitting the wall. But I'm just asking if you happen to have any others at the moment. That was a whole group of people hitting the wall simultaneously. That's someone, they made a baby hit the wall and then threw the baby. That guy put a lot of hips into it. And he's also not doing it right. So the guy I'm watching is doing like a. He's doing this. He's doing a whole bunch of dancing and moving his hips. But that didn't seem to be hitting the wall. That seems very inconsistent with the other hit the wall variations. That one girl got low when she did it, and I kind of like that. She like lowered her center mass. Um, I'm sitting down, so it's harder. She didn't move to the side as much as she went just straight down. I kind of like that. That's a little bit better. I don't know. I just saw one where the caption was like, "My dad didn't have to hit the wall that hard," and I don't know. He just did this. It just didn't seem that crazy. It also didn't seem like he really did it. I don't know. I don't really think hitting the wall was that interesting. It seems like such a very basic dance, but I guess that makes it easier to become a craze. Excuse me. Because of the fact that if people can easily do it, then people are able to actually be able to do it and share it with others. I kind of like that there are variations, but I guess I wish that the variations had names. I feel like it's just people messing up the dance rather than it be like, this is my unique version of hitting the whoa. I think if it was like people are going out of their way to make it a little different and then naming it, then I think that would be cool. Because I wouldn't mind seeing someone who's like, I know a whole bunch of hit the whoa variations and all their different names, and I can like do it to different beats and shit. I think that would be cool. Nani said you got it. Yeah, I stopped watching the video. I'm like, I don't know. Seems pretty basic. I feel like it's a fad that's gonna die out. Man, what was the one before this? The thing before hit the whoa. I know that you would always say hit the whip, but whipping I think is old. Like the nene thing, that's old as fuck. Then Nani said, so it's basic. So like Ryan, I wouldn't say Ryan's basic. Ryan likes bagels. I don't think that makes him basic. Speaking of Ryan, it's his birthday. Well, it was his birthday on June 13th. Have you wished your boy Ryan a happy birthday yet? Nani? Nani? Let's see. Right now, I'm just kind of chilling. Oh yeah, I was trying to figure out what was the thing that was before hit the whoa. And then Nani said, I have not. Are you going to wish Ryan a happy birthday? Hit him up with that HAPPY birthday. And then Nani said, you mean dab? Dabbing was before hit the wall. That probably is the newest thing. And then Ryan said, in what way am I not basic? Like your fashion choice and your hairstyle and the types of things you want to talk about and your personality and maybe your food is kind of basic. I think the most basic thing about Ryan might be what he eats. Your boy likes cottage cheese and bagels. That's pretty basic. And chili. I don't know why I find chili to be basic, but I do. I People will talk about chili like it's the shit. I've never been a big fan of chili. I think most people enjoy chili, but I also feel like most people enjoy chili more than me. I think Ryan's food taste might be a little basic. Outside of that, I don't really see Ryan as being a basic person. Then Nani said, 22-year-old virgin? Damn. Then Ryan said, true. Then Nani said, happy birthday, Ryan. He said, don't fap it too hard today. Then he said, cottage cheese. He said, I bet his breath stank. And then Ryan said, it does. Oh, Ryan can always brush his teeth if his breath indeed does stink, but I doubt it. Well, I guess I shouldn't doubt it. Ryan just straight up told me it does. If it does, Ryan can always brush his teeth. He has that power. Kevin said, hey, Nani. Yo, Kevin, it's good to see that everybody's still here. Um, Yo, what do you guys want to talk about today? Like, do you guys have any like discussion topics you like to discuss? Did you guys see the who would win OC battle video that I did? If so, what were your thoughts on it? Do you feel like it's a good idea? Do you feel like it's something you want to participate in? Do you think it's a bad idea? I'd love to hear you guys' thoughts. Let's see. Nani said, "Hey, something whatever Spanish." He said, "But what if it doesn't like to?" Then Ryan said, duel me, Jet. Well, it is your birthday. Then Kevin said, did you see my message on Amino about your animation you made? Oh, I guess he hit up Nani about that animation. Mm. Well, it is your birthday, Ryan. I can pop open that Nexus. Mm. And then Nani said, wow, just because it's his birthday? Whoop. Well, that slid fast. Let's see. Then Nani said, did you at least give him something? But he said, gave you something, which just isn't really English. Um, I asked him what he wanted, and he's like, I didn't get you anything, so don't get me anything, was more or less what Ryan said. And then Nani said, give him some extra small condoms. Is that like a thing? Like, I don't even know why anyone would buy small condoms. But where would you even find it? Where would you, I don't even know where you would find extra small that sounds like a custom thing. I don't think I've ever even seen that at the store. Then Kevin said, can't hear you. You sound lower now. Lower? The camera's closer at that angle. I guess I gotta experiment. And then Nani said, I don't know. Don't they have them? I don't think so, no. I just don't think that's a real thing. Let's see. Is the sound better now? Then Nani said, Ryan needs them ASAP. He said maybe he will like something more than politics. And I just don't think they make extra small condoms. Nor do I think. Oh. I mean, if they do, it's like a gag gift. I think they probably do make condoms that are labeled as extra small, but aren't necessarily smaller than other condoms as like a gag gift that you can get someone. Like you could probably go to a party store and buy that and be like, "Yo, I'm gonna get it for my friend's birthday." So that actually does sound like it probably would be a real thing. Kevin said, "Now that's better for me." Okay, cool. I was trying to move the laptop in such a way to where it would be closer and like more conducive. Then Ryan said, "Why would I need condoms?" And then Nani said, "Yeah, it's better." Okay, cool. Then Nani said, "Lol," like how Ryan asked a question after. Let's see. So we have about 20 minutes left. Right now. Oh yeah. But quick question: did anybody look at the who would win OC battle video or whatever? The announcement video thing. Just out of curiosity. I made that like on the 12th. I forgot to mention it earlier when I was talking about like what I did on the 12th. I definitely would like some feedback on that. Like if you guys did check that out. So I will post that into the live chat. Also, whenever I go I'm thinking about OKKO Let's Be Heroes. Kevin said, so you can't have a kid, Ryan, and you don't want an STD, Ryan, unless you a bug chaser, and that's your kink. And then he put runs away. That's a very scary kink. But I guess that's probably a part of the idea. And then Ryan says, but he's not going to have any sex. I mean, if that's your prerogative, Ryan, that's up to you. That is a totally valid choice, if that is the choice you wish to make. And it's a really easy choice, too. It's a lot harder to have sex than it is to not have sex. Because you can just choose not to. Game's easy. Let's see. Kevin said, sadly, that kink is a real thing. And is made fuck up to me. Um, I understand what you mean. Yeah. I do think it's like a weird thing. Um, but I think it's different strokes for different folks. But that's like a dangerous different strokes for different folks. I feel like if anyone, well, see, that's the weird thing. I think people who are bug chasers start becoming a problem even for other people who have STDs. Because if you're a bug chaser, you're only gonna try to be going after people who like have STDs. But then I feel like even those people would want to avoid you because they're like, I'm not trying to get more. You know what I mean? Uh, so I think it's a dwindling list. Like once you are a bug chaser, I feel like you're gonna run out of people to find unless you are a bug chaser who's content with getting with the same people. But you might, I mean, if you're doing the whole Pokemon thing and you're like, gotta catch them all, that shit is quite dangerous. Let's see. He meant to say mad fucked up to me. That makes sense. Then Ryan said, "Gotta catch 'em all?" Question mark. Yeah, I also said the "gotta catch 'em all" thing. It's definitely messed up. Mm. Kevin said, "Not those, Ryan." He said, "Pokemon and Digimon." Then yes, Ryan. Ah, laying down on the couch. Okay, so I'm getting a stream set up as we speak. Then Ryan said, why does it take so long to get a Nexus game set up? Because I gotta set up a stream. Doing that right now. You're like watching me do it. Then Ryan said, forego the stream. It's too late, Ryan. I'm so close. I'm like moments away from having a fully set up stream. Also, give me one moment to move that camera back. Hello everyone, it's your friend, your boy, Jet Black, the one and only, here with another exciting live stream. And in this video, I'm going to be playing some Dueling Nexus. What? Dueling Nexus. That's right. So I hope you guys are all ready for some Dueling Nexus action. Then Ryan said, the shelves. The shelves. Let's see. I'm about to pull up the live chat real quick. That way I'll be able to see. I like that it has the thumbnail that shows all this stuff. I'll be able to see what you guys are saying live on the stream. Oh, stream status is bad. That's good to hear. Juju Shenanigans said, can I play you? It's first come, first serve, Juju Shenanigans. Welcome to the stream. Good to have you. How's your day today? Do you have any questions for your boy? And do you have any discussion topics you'd like to talk about on the stream? Give me one moment. I need to consolidate the chats. See if I can make that window. Ooh, my phone's in the way. Whoop, now my phone is definitely not in the way. Good game. And I can make... With my phone here, I guess that's the biggest the Nexus window is going to be. Hey, I'm going to change from top chat to live chat. I guess I need the window to be bigger to actually see the buttons I need. Oh wait, no I don't. This window can be small. There we are. So I'm going to host a custom game with the basic toppings on that bitch. And send that into the live chats. Oh, and it looks like Ryan is already there. So, I'm going to try this deck. Probably going to get hella dominated, but we'll see. Let's see. That's a very specific head-ass hand. So it looks like he has Thunder Monsters. I wonder if he's doing like a Hunter family thing. Yep, there's Bro Hunter. Kevin said the issue with bug chasers is that they don't just go after just STD people, but people who have none and trick them and give them one or many STDs. And he said they shouldn't be going after anyone. Yeah, that is definitely scary. Let's see. So I'm going to try and pop his back row. Okay, Coolio. And then I'm going to give you a Kaiju so that I can special summon my Kaiju. Enter battle phase. Kill your Kaiju. And then I actually do need to scroll down or make the screen bigger so I can actually click on the end phase. Okay, ballin'. Yeah, I do think bug chasing is not only like a gross thing, but also pretty unsanitary. So I understand where you're coming from. That is pretty bad. Well, gross and unsanitary go hand in hand. It's not only like a gross thing in its own part, but it's also bad when they do force it upon other people. Worse, I would say, when they force it upon other people. I'm curious to see what Ryan's next move is. Okay, so he's gonna go into Utopia the Lightning, I imagine, based on the way that this is set up. Yep, he'll be able to hit over Jizukiru, the star destroying kaiju, which, by the way, being able to destroy a star is a pretty good ass feat, not gonna lie. Okay, so Ryan's dealt first blood. Set one card face down on the field. Okay, now it is my turn. So let's see. There we go. Ryan was able to solemn strike that summon. So he was able to stop Gamisil. He uses another Thunder Seahorse. He gets 2 copies of Mahonder from the deck to the hand. He plays Recycling Batteries. Let's see. He was able to add more Hunter family targets from his graveyard to his hand. I believe that's what that does. Yep. Ooh, not bad. Kevin says, so he doesn't blame Ryan for not having sex at all. He said he doesn't as well for fear of getting an STD and other reasons. Interesting. I mean, that's totally fine, and it's within your right to do that. Um, my thing about sex is I feel like I wouldn't want to have a kid, and I wouldn't want to have the unnecessary risk of potentially just like accidentally having a kid. I don't feel like emotionally or financially ready or responsible. Your boy Ryan, look at a thick hand. I think this will indeed be quite interesting. A Vylon? That is not what I expected. Hmm. Oops, I dropped the stream. I just need to move my phone or over just a little bit. Hmm. Let's see. He's introducing cards where knowing their effects would be a pretty good deal. So if this card destroys an opponent's monster by battle and sends it to the graveyard, your opponent cannot normal or special summon monsters level 5 or higher during the next turn. That potentially could really suck. Let's see. I'm currently knocking on death's door. So depending on how this goes, Ryan could goop me. Okay. Ryan still could goop me. That's what I thought. Yeah. I was like, if he gets a kaiju, he shouldn't really care. He'll be like, cool, I can use that to like hurt you now. But the way that I planned this out, that doesn't really matter. So now my kaiju can still hit over your kaiju, and whenever it attacks your kaiju, it negates its effects. Or whenever it gets attacked. So my kaiju pretty much is stronger than whatever your monster is that you summon, and negates your monster's effects when it swings. The power of Moon Mirror Shield combined with Rainbow Veil. Oh shit, he's gonna summon the Leviathan thing. Kevin said, Ryan, any zombie master deck ideas? Wow. He's gonna summon, yeah, like, is it like Thunder Ryo or something? Ooh, that Raigeki though. Is this the end? The answer is yes. It is indeed the end. Yo, he can just swing for game. Hashtag GG, hashtag good game, hashtag handshake. Solid turnaround. Raigeki for the hard clutch. But even without Raigeki, you could have gone into like something big, big, big. So yeah, just good game. Um, I have like 4 minutes left. I'd be down to do another duel. Then Ryan said, "What do you mean?" Um, when you say "What do you mean, Ryan?" is that in response to Kevin's question when he was talking about zombie master deck? Oh, Ryan, Ryan, I know it's your birthday. Yeah, but I'm still trying to do where everyone gets a chance. Is Homeboy still here? The guy that was like, yeah, Juju Shenanigans. Is Juju Shenanigans still here? I have enough time to do one more duel. Kevin, do you want to duel? If no one else wants to go, Ryan, I'd be down to go again. Um, I guess I'll be like, going once, going twice, 3 times, fourth chance. Hey, look at that. And if no one else wants to go, you can head it up, Ryan. Kevin said I was considering building a zombie master deck, and that's a creature zombie card. Then Ryan said, what do those words mean? And then Kevin said you can play. I guess I guess Kevin is trying to ask what like zombie master deck should like what would be a good zombie master deck? I guess zombie master is a name of a card based on what your boy Kevin said. And then Kevin said I'm on my phone. Oh, okay. So I guess nobody is really free. Okay, so yeah. Thank you guys for watching the Dueling Nexus stream. If you like this video, make sure to smash that like button. Favorite, comment, subscribe, and ding ding ding, ring that notification bell to be notified whenever we do these live streams. This is your host, your friend, your boy, Jump Like the One and Only. Logging out. Peace, guys. And there we go. That was the Dueling Nexus stream. Short, sweet, and to the point. Okay, let's see. And then Ryan said, oh, Zombie Master? And then Kevin was like, yep, Ryan. This juice is like pineapple mango something. It's pretty good. It's very smooth. If it was like thicker, it could be almost like a smoothie. Then Ryan said, Zombie Master isn't that great. Understandable. Mm. I feel like me trying to make a deck based around Rainbow Veil, White Veil, and Moon Mirror Shield has its flaws. I feel like all three of those cards only grant you battle-based protection, and two of them, when they're destroyed, you end up taking some pretty big penalties, which is like eh. But I think they're also probably some of the best protection based equip cards that still allow you to swing on your opponent. Because the best protection equip card I think is like Dragon Shield. But Dragon Shield you can't attack. I kind of wish there was an equip that let you deal burn damage based off of the monster's attack, but it prevented your monster from attacking. Because then I would try and make a dragon deck based around that. Um, but maybe that would be unfair. I'm not entirely sure. If the equip let you deal burn damage equal to your attack, then all you'd have to do is summon like a really beefy dude and then put that equip on him. And then you could just be like, "Oh, well, you just have to take it." Unless you have something that lets you like negate this spell effect, then you just kind of get boned or destroy it before it can activate. There are plenty of things you can do to get around like equips, but I guess it still would be kind of a problem. Are there any equip spells that let you inflict burn damage that's relative to your monster's attack? Because I feel like I would like that. I feel like it'd be pretty good. Right now I'm on the Yu-Gi-Oh card database. I'm probably about to log off of the stream. Um, so right now I'm searching to see if any cool equips come up, and then after that I'm gonna end the stream for the night. So I'd like to thank you all for watching. If you like this video, make sure to smash that like button, favorite, comment, subscribe, and ding ding ding, ring that notification bell to be notified whenever we do these live streams. Thank you all once again for tuning in. This is your host, your friend, your boy, Jet Black One Only. Logging out. Peace. It seems like there's stuff that inflicts damage to you. Um, there are some that inflict damage to the controller, so you can kind of equip to like other people. There's stuff that's like it inflicts damage um via like not burn, piercing damage, but that's not the same thing. Um, there's one where when it's destroyed, it inflicts damage. So if you could keep recycling it and re-equipping it to your monster, you could potentially like cycle kill someone if you had a good way of doing that. Let's see. Huh. Equip only to a fairy type monster, it gains 500 attack. If it inflicts damage to your opponent, gain life points equal to the damage inflicted. So, Cestus of Dogla, I think combined with Moon Mirror Shield would be interesting. You always hit your opponent for more attack or defense than their monster has by 100. And then with Cestus, you then gain that many life points. That's kind of interesting. If you had like a Fire Princess type card that was like a fairy monster, I think Cestus of Dogla could be kind of interesting too. Like if you don't burn damage every time you like gained life points. Cursed Bill. When the equipped monster is destroyed and this card is sent to the graveyard, inflict damage to the player who controlled the equipped monster equal to the monster's original defense. Ooh, I would like that for attack. Cursed Bill is actually kind of interesting. So you equip it to an opponent's monster, and then you hit that monster, and then your opponent has to take that possibly heavy burn. Not good enough though. But anyways, Cyclone Laser. Ryan, so I'm back. Welcome back, Ryan. I'm just reading through different cards, like equip cards. There's so many fucking pages of equip cards. I just searched the card text like inflict damage, but it's too long. And then Kevin said it isn't. Why not? What if it was inflict burn damage? No relevant data. Let's see. Ryan said the new zombie cards from the structure can be quite good, like Doom King. Burn damage. I don't think Yu-Gi-Oh says burn damage like on the cards. It'll just be like inflict damage. Hmm. And then Kevin said maybe in today's standards it isn't good. I mean, that's how a lot of people judge cards. It's by whether or not they're like good now. And really, I feel like a lot of cards aren't too bad if you can find the right cards to work with them. But if it requires too many cards to make a card good, then it's not really that worth it. Like if you find a card where you're like, this is good if there were like five more cards to complement it, then it may not really be that worth it. Because that's dedicating a large chunk of your deck if you're running multiple copies of it to like make it worth your while. So it's just kind of weird. But yeah, I think this time around I am like actually ending the stream. So thank you all once again for tuning in. If you like this video, make sure to smash that like button, favorite, comment, subscribe, and ding ding ding, ring the notification bell to be notified whenever we do these live streams. This is your host, your friend, your boy, Jet Black, the one and only, logging out. Peace, guys.